Hey folks, good morning, Happy New Year. And thank you all for joining us for this 30-day exploration of yoga through Within Wellness Studio. My name is Kelsey. I am one of the instructors as well. So we're on day 3, January 3rd, and today I was going to lead us just through a short neck, upper body, shoulder stress release. So this can be done seated on the floor, but you can also do this seated in a chair. If you are on the floor, I suggest lifting the hips. I'm sitting on a block, just so we can be a little higher. One little prop we will be using is just like a little kitchen towel or a hand towel. And we'll roll it up like so. So if you need to pause the video and go grab that, that's great. But first we'll just take a few moments to get grounded in our seat. Awesome. So wherever we are, let's root the sit bones down. So either in the chair or on the floor into the block. And so we root the sit bones, and then from that place we try and grow tall in our spine. And let's just work out any little physical adjustments or adjustments in our clothes that we need to. And take any sort of breath that feels good. And then from this place, another small adjustment. So working to line our head over our heart, right over the pelvis. Loop the shoulders back and down. Find a gentle lift in the heart. And when I say lift, I mean up. Because I know in my personal practice, when I used to hear this, I used to think out. But we really want to stay contained in our heart space. So lifting straight up with the heart, all the way up towards the heavens. And just before we really get moving here in our practice, I want to give you all a little tip. So sometimes it can be hard to find our alignment of our head. I'm actually going to just turn to the side for a moment. Find the alignment of our head right over our heart. Right? So tendency for a lot of us is to be here. And when we're like this, we're actually gathering weight in the top of our spine as opposed to allowing it to flow up and down the spine. So we really want to get the head right over the central axis. And one way to do this is if you have a block or even a book. And watch, I'll probably screw this up just because I'm on video. But we can actually try and balance it on our head. And this will help you align your head directly over the central axis. And also, with something on top of your head, it almost naturally causes you to draw your crown up, so we're pushing against it. Just a little tip. Awesome. All right, so let's really get started here. Loop shoulders back and down, reach the crown of the head towards the sky. 3 more clearing breaths. Inhale through nose. Exhale out the mouth. 2 more with your breath. Relax the skin of the face. Unhinge the jaw, lick the lips. Continue to breathe. All right, and from here, let's drop our chin towards our chest. And next inhale, squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears. As we exhale, we're going to draw the shoulders back and down and lift the gaze just slightly. So on an in-breath, we drop chin to chest, draw the shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders back and down. We lift the gaze any amount. 2 more with your breath. And we'll meet with our gaze back at center. Let's open the eyes if they're closed. And we'll start to bring our fingertips towards our shoulders. If they don't reach all the way to the shoulders, that's totally fine. So start with the elbows out wide. Let's do our best to get them in line with the shoulders. Root the sit bones down so that lower belly becomes activated, really supportive. And just breathe. You may start to feel some activation through the shoulders, through the upper body. If you'd like a little more, root the sit bones and then option to pull just the elbows back, any amount. Continue to breathe. From here, we'll start to draw circles with our elbows. And challenging ourselves to make these circles as big as we can. Going one way and then the other. Notice if you've lost your breath. Let's take one more full breath here. Beautiful. Release the hands and let's just shake the hands a little bit. All right, loop shoulders back and down, fingertips by your side. And if we're in the chair, you can just hang the arms by your side. Inhale, this time gaze forward. Inhale, we'll loop the shoulders forward, up. Exhale, back and down. Try and initiate from the shoulder blades. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back and down. 2 more with your breath. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back and down. Last one. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back and down. Beautiful. All right, so if we're on the floor or on the block, let's just take a moment to switch our legs around. So even though it feels pretty even on the pelvis when we're seated cross-legged, ultimately if we're cross-legged, one hip is going to be a little higher than the other, which will affect our spine, which will affect our neck, really the whole body. So I like to balance that out. Awesome. Once again, find that nice neutral spine, reach the crown up towards the sky. Lift in the heart, but remember we're not pushing forward, just lifting. Bring your awareness to the tip of your nose. We'll start to draw small circles with our nose. Inhale as you lift the gaze up and around. And exhale as you drop chin to chest. So inhale, lift the gaze up and around. And exhale down. We'll be here for multiple rounds. And let's try to avoid really throwing our head back. Another cue that has really helped me, let's reverse directions, is to imagine that you're drawing a circle on the wall with the tip of your nose. Inhale, lift up and around, shoulders draw down. Exhale, we release. Let's do 2 more big breaths. Inhale, lift up and around, lift the back of the skull. And exhale, back down. Beautiful. Let's lift the gaze up to center. Arms, fingertips by our side. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up in front of us as they rise. Exhale, we're going to bend the elbows left to right and pull back and down. Multiple rounds. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend elbows, pull back and down. 2 more. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bend elbows, cactus arms. Last one. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Maybe you lift the gaze. And exhale, gaze forward as you pull the elbows back and down. Awesome. And let's just naturally, roll the shoulders out. Great. And then same thing that we did before, or similar, fingertips coming towards our shoulders. All right, a little different this time, more controlled movement. As we inhale, we'll bring elbows together in the front and then up. Exhale, back and down. So the whole inhale, we bring together, elbows together and up. Exhale, back and down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, together, up. Exhale, back and down. Last one. Inhale, together and up. Exhale, back and down. Beautiful. Release the fingertips. Roll the shoulders out. Shake the hands. And then let's grab onto our little prop here. So our kitchen towel or our bath towel. All right. So first, we're going to bring it behind our skull. And so try and find, we all have that little knobby place at the back of our skull. I shouldn't say all. It's possible, I guess maybe you don't. But that little knobby part in the back of our skull, try and kind of hook the towel right on the back of there. Nice neutral spine, but then just let the head rest back slightly. Almost feels like we're leaning back here. Sit bones are still rooted. Start by just resting the head back. And then we're going to pull the back of the skull up using the hands and the towel. So imagine the towel is almost like someone just sort of cradling your head. Sometimes massage therapists do this when you get a massage, where they kind of pull your head up and lengthen the back of the neck, the back of the spine. Draw the shoulders down. Take a few more breaths. Arms may be getting tired. That's okay. Take a break if you need. Awesome. One more big in-breath. And exhale, we'll just slide the towel down so it's right behind our neck. All right, bring the hands in front, holding onto the towel. Move your hair if you need to. Beautiful. So now our towel is really just wrapped around the back of our neck. All right, so the towel will help us keep that space in the back of our neck. Root your sit bones, and then we'll begin to lift the gaze and rest back into the towel. And then from here, you can kind of rock your head side to side. Continuing to breathe, relax in the places that you can, like the skin of your face. All right. And try and notice if your shoulders have started to squeeze in. Still have that gentle lift in the heart. Shoulders back and down. One more full breath. Gently bring the gaze to look forward. Awesome. Release the towel. Great. Okay, so couple options here. We can either just release left fingertips to our side. If we're in the chair, you can hold on to the bottom of the chair. Or we can bring the back of the left palm anywhere against the low back. Awesome. Aligning head over heart, heart over pelvis. Also loop the right shoulder back and down. Big in-breath, lift up through crown. Exhale really gently. We'll begin to drop right ear over right shoulder. Breathing deep. Doing our best to keep the heart open towards the sky. And what we mean by this is that we're not rounding through the upper back. Beautiful. Inhale, we'll lift the head up, come up to center. Exhale, release left fingertips, left arm. Beautiful. This time, right hand, either right fingertips to side. You can hold on to the bottom of your chair, or we take the back of the right hand against the low back. Inhale, lift up through crown, through spine. Exhale, we'll take left ear over left shoulder. And I am not mirroring, so it may look like you're opposite of me. Either way, it doesn't matter, just do both sides. Heart is open. Observe what's happening in the body in this pose. What's happening to the right hip, right knee? What does your left side body feel like? Is there space there? You're kind of crunching. Awesome. One more full breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the right hand, and a few shoulder rolls. Together, and then maybe one at a time. Okay. And come back to stillness. Find that neutral spine, lift up through crown, making sure that we're not sort of jutting our head forward. Aligned right over the spine. Awesome. Fingertips at our side. Okay, there's another few options here. We'll inhale, lift the arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, draw the shoulders down. Widen the hands, especially if your shoulders are really screaming at you. And really spread your hands wide. I know you can't see my hands, but really active hands. Tethering down through our sit bones. Draw the sit bones down into the earth, down into the chair, breathing deep. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up through both of your side bodies. Exhale, we'll interlace the palms, the fingers. And this is the first option. So hands above or on top of the head. They can even be above the head if this isn't available. And so if we're on top of the head, we're not pushing, right? So very, very light. Elbows are wide, and we're just breathing deep. Okay, and I just want to show variation number 2. So Variation number 2, we're coming behind the head. And once again, sort of cradling that knobby part of our skull in our hands, in our fingers. But once again, we don't want to be pushing. So if we're pushing, if it's not available for us to be pushing, then bring the hands back on top of the head. Elbows are still wide, breathing deep, nice opening through the heart. I'm going to bring my hands back on top just to show. Beautiful. All right, so left hand stays where it is. Let's release the right fingertips to our side. Inhale, lift up through the whole spine. Exhale, we're going to find a side body stretch as we tilt to the right. And once the body settles in, option to lift the gaze. Breathing deep. Heart open towards the sky. One more big in-breath. Open the eyes as you look up. And exhale, we'll rise back up. Beautiful. Bring the right hand to meet the left. And this time, I'm going to bring my hands behind. Just know you can still be on top. Tether the sit bones. And then let's release our left fingertips to our side. Loop left shoulder back and down. Inhale, lift up through spine. Exhale, think up and over as you tilt to the left. And especially if our hand is behind our head, can just sort of lean the head back into the hand and then lift the gaze up. And if we're in our chair here, obviously we can't really release our fingers to our side. You can hold on to the back of the chair, or you can also have hand to the hip. One more in-breath. Open the eyes, look up. And exhale, we'll come back. Let's release the right arm. Inhale, sweep both arms up in front as they rise. Exhale, elbows left to right as we pull the elbows back and down. Beautiful. And last little ditty here. Fingertips at side. Inhale the arms up left to right. Exhale, let's take right arm over the left as you give yourself a hug. Reaching our fingers back towards our shoulder blades. Draw the shoulders back and down. And if it's in your practice, and you just like a little challenge, option to come into eagle arms, so stacking the elbows, lifting the hands. And then from this place, option to wrap around if it's available, bringing palms towards each other. Or we can just be here, elbows stacked, loop shoulders down, inhale, lift just the elbows. Exhale, release both arms, fingers by our side. Inhale, lift the arms left to right. Exhale, take left arm over the right this time. Give yourself a hug. Shoulders are in their place, in their sockets. Breathe into the upper back. And so we can stay here, just breathing into our back. Or option to find our eagle arms, stacking the elbows. We can work to wrap the hands all the way around, bringing hands towards each other. Loop shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift just the elbows. Can also be here. One more full breath. And exhale, release. Beautiful. And we'll end by bringing fingers by side. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. And exhale, palms together. Let's drop the palms down to the heart. Bring chin to chest. Shoulders draw down as the heart lifts. Thank you all so much for joining us for these 30 days of yoga. And if you haven't seen the first 2 videos, I highly suggest that you watch them. They're on the Within Wellness Sangha page on Facebook, and they are also on the Within Wellness YouTube. And so there's a full 1-hour practice from New Year's Day. And then yesterday, Caitlin shared a really beautiful meditation. So, if you haven't seen those, I highly suggest you watch them. And thank you so much for joining me whenever you are joining me for this video. And when I am living in my intuitive heart mind, and you are living in your intuitive heart mind, there's only one of us. Thank you so much. A wonderful day. Namaste.